Yo, good morning. So we have a new camera setup. We're on the GoPro, so let me know down in the comments if you guys are gonna like the GoPro better or if I should use my phone camera still. But other than that, we got some work to do on the Fomba Nation truck. Apparently he had it diagnosed already. He said that the front main seal is leaking, and I'm super glad it's lifted and all that's going to be easy to get to. Yeah, we got to get that pulled in. We got a list of stuff we got to get done today, starting with this. Then I got to work on my coworker's speed, and then we'll be working on my speed more towards the end of the video. We might have discovered something that'll work for the chassis mount option for the splitter. So yeah, just stick with me and let's get to it. So I'm actually having a hard choice. It feels nice outside, and the garage is still pretty cold, considering. I don't know if I want to work outside or work in the garage today. Garage would be easier because all of my tools are in here, but it is about 42 degrees in the garage right now, and I'd say it feels like easily 50 out here, mostly because of the sun. Well, let's figure that out real quick. Alrighty, so I got the garage floor swept, moved the carpet more towards the entrance. I think I'm going to work on the car right here, just because it'll be a little bit warmer, not as cold. So yeah, just get it pulled in and let's get started. Alrighty, perfect. Now we got her in here. We gotta disconnect the belt, which I gotta draw the belt diagram so I don't forget. I'll find a marker in a second. Chock the tires, throw it in gear, pop that crank pulley bolt out. And then get the seal out might be the hardest part because I don't have a seal puller, but I'm gonna try a few classic tricks, see if we can't get it off, and then go from there. Wanna know what I really hate? When your audio equipment decides, you know what, we're just not gonna work. So I'm gonna try my best to explain what I was doing because I don't remember what I was doing. We're just gonna go off the video though. So here, I think I'm talking about how I'm struggling to get the crank bolt out and how I think I'm going to take the fan shroud off, take the fan off, get my impact in there, and blast it off. And then I think I watched a video about a trick about bumping the starter with your socket attached to break the bolt free. And yeah, here's the spot where I was thinking about popping that fan shroud off. Yeah, I ended up not doing that, so there's not much we have to worry about there. I have like 5 clips in here where the audio just failed, so I'll do my best to try and talk over them. Let's get to that next clip. So here, I was just trying to get you guys set up so I can show you some of the sketchy stuff I was going to do. Putting my breaker bar on the crank bolt. I don't have anything to tie that crank bolt down to. And so I was just going to hold it in place while I had my roommate bump the starter. And really just hope that this breaker bar wouldn't go flying out of my hand. So I kind of prepped my hand and fingers to, not get smashed and left that breaker bar just fly wherever it wanted to go. So right here, I hadn't give it a bump. I did pull out the fuel pump fuse just so we didn't crank the motor over, but I hadn't given another bump. We did break that bolt free, but if you look towards like the center top left of the screen, you'll notice where all the oil is pooling. Now, after I saw that, I started to think, I don't think it's coming from the crank seal. I think this might be that second oil pan. I think that's what it is. But, you know, I acknowledged my roommate that we were able to do it. It was sketchy, but, you know, he was a little nervous, but we got it taken care of. So right here, we got the harmonic balancer out. And I'm taking a look at it, and you can kind of see the the blatant crack in the harmonic balancer. I'm sitting here thinking, well, how the hell did that happen? That doesn't make any sense. And then I believe I show you guys on the inside how where the crank is keyed, it's marred. And it almost looked like somebody had whacked it back into place because they couldn't get it to slide on. I walked it on with my hand and gently tapped the center of it, like with the rubber mallet. And I mean gently, and it just slid right in. So inevitably we are going to have to replace that, but for the time being, I just got everything reassembled. Another thing I wanted to point out, I don't know how well you guys can see this either, but you can see this scratching and marring right there on it. I'm pretty sure that is from somebody hitting this with a hammer trying to reinstall it. It's literally keyed, so you don't have to hit it. So we're going to throw this back on for now. I am going to recommend we replace it soon. And hopefully this will hold out for us for a little bit. So we're going to get it back on the car now. And then I'm going to text Mark and let him know his car will be ready. Oh, you thought we were done with broken audio clips? Nah, we have 2 more, I think. There might be more, but I'm only this far into editing the video. What I did here is that I cleaned all the mud and all the dirt off of the frame of this truck. It was everywhere. And I couldn't determine where the oil leak was coming from. So I got that all cleaned up, got all the mud and dirt cleaned off. And so I told him, hey, I'll come over, I'll try to add some UV dye if it's still leaking so we can better track where the leak is coming from. Makes it a little easier to track when it's not diverting all over the place due to the dirt and mud buildup that's all over the bottom of that engine. So here we got Trey's car pulled in. We're trying to find an oil leak coming from the timing cover somewhere. We can't really find it. So we cleaned everything up, sprayed everything down, and now we're going to start cleaning and looking for that leak. But then Mark shows up. So we'll cut to that real quick. Oh, there he is. I knew I heard John. Oh, and he walked away from me. What the heck? Oh, hi, my boy. I'm gonna point things at you.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, my whole vlog set up now.
What's up, guys? I was kidding.
Yeah. So on the truck, I don't know if John told you. I was cleaning all the mud and dirt. Video. Yeah, I was getting all that nasty stuff out of there. I replaced the crank seal, but there was so much oil and dirt everywhere that I couldn't see
exactly where it's coming from.
Yeah, and so I cleaned all of it off. I don't know where it's leaking from.
Is it still leaking?
Or I don't know.
Oh.
Because there's still water dripping, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I was gonna see if you notice any new drips.
Okay.
And if so, my only other guess is the upper oil pan.
Oh, really?
Which I don't know how to take that off.
Okay.
But I could figure it out. So the oil leak, it's coming from this side somewhere. We just can't find it. So like you can see all over the wheel well that it's shooting oil from something, but nothing's showing itself. We checked the timing cover. We checked the oil pan. There's just oil scattered everywhere, so like, okay, it has to be something. And I'm not seeing it. I don't know if you guys have any input. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you know anything, but as far as I'm aware, nothing. Okay, so there's some oil that's starting to form right in that weird corner by the cam ankle sensor and the crank. And it's slowly forming, but there's nothing back there that should be leaking. I am thinking that there's like a hairline stress crack in the timing cover itself. Because I don't know, there's nothing else higher that's showing itself. So, Mark just texted me. The crank seal was not what was leaking, so I'm pretty sure it's that upper oil pan that's leaking. On Trey's car, we were checking everywhere for that crankcase, or not crankcase, the timing cover leak. God, I'm tired. Timing cover leak, we didn't find anything there. And then, as far as the chassis mount splitter goes, this chassis mount splitter is for a Ford Fiesta. And I found out that this bracket might work, but what we're gonna... Hi. Coming to hang out? What's up? What? I don't know what's happening. Coming for some leaves? Well, okay. But so what it's looking like is, with everything lined up, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this clip. With everything lined up and mounted, we're thinking we might have to run a spacer on this side of the crash bar as opposed to the outsides where the chassis mount would technically sit. So we're going to add a spacer in between. It's going to bring me an item, and then we're going to mount it up, and then we're going to see if it'll clear. Then we just got to drill holes, bracket, get the bottom adjusted, and then mount the splitter to it. And so we're hoping that everything's gonna go well on that. And then, so I don't technically have a front mount splitter update for you, but this is close enough. I know either tomorrow or sometime this week we will get that figured out, get everything aligned and mounted, and then we'll go from there. But until then, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead, run in, edit this, because I've been out here all day. And then the next video hopefully will be us actually mounting the splitter and giving you a review on how to like Frankenstein a splitter. They're multiplying. Well, don't be scared. I'm just a man sitting in his bumper. Oh, hi. Look at you and your little flippers.